Konstantin Kisin on bridging divides through open dialogue. Are we living in a world where conversations across divides seem more difficult than ever? Have you ever found yourself in a room filled with people who share your values, and yet the silence feels heavier than the weight of a mountain? Imagine if those silences could be broken by opening up dialogue. Today, I want to dive into how Konstantin Kisin, a man known for bridging divides through open dialogue, sees this challenge and offers solutions. But first, let's explore why these bridges matter so much. Let me tell you this. In our increasingly interconnected world, we are surrounded by people from diverse backgrounds, cultures, and beliefs. Yet, the very nature of our society seems to be pushing us apart rather than bringing us closer. It's no wonder, then, that the divide seems to grow wider with each passing day. We often find ourselves in echo chambers where we only hear voices that align with our own beliefs. This can lead to a polarized environment where empathy and understanding are hard to come by. So, here's something you should know. The ability to bridge divides through open dialogue is not just about resolving conflicts. It's about nurturing a culture of mutual respect and understanding. Now, let's turn to Konstantin Kisin, a man who has dedicated his life to this cause. Konstantin believes that bridging divides starts with recognizing that everyone brings unique perspectives to the table. His journey began when he faced a personal crisis that forced him to confront the limitations of his worldview. He realized that the only way forward was to listen actively, ask questions, and engage with people whose views differed from his own. Here's a story from Konstantin himself. I once had a heated argument with someone who held very different opinions. Instead of letting the argument escalate, I decided to listen to their side of the story. To my surprise, I discovered that they weren't as unreasonable as I initially thought. By the end of our conversation, we both felt heard and understood. This realization led Konstantin to create platforms where people from various walks of life could come together to discuss important issues. One such platform is called the Dialogue Circle. It's a space where individuals can share their thoughts, learn from others, and work towards finding common ground. Konstantin emphasizes that these dialogues aren't about winning arguments. They're about creating a safe space for people to express themselves and understand one another better. Here's what you need to know. The power of open dialogue lies in its ability to break down barriers. When we allow ourselves to listen and learn from others, we open doors to new possibilities. It's like peeling back layers of an onion. Each layer reveals a deeper understanding of the human experience. And as we peel back these layers, we build bridges that connect us all. But bridging divides isn't always easy. There are countless instances where people choose to remain silent, afraid of confrontation or disagreement. Let me tell you this. Silence is not an option. We must actively seek out opportunities to engage in open dialogue, because it's through these conversations that we can foster growth, empathy, and unity. Konstantin shares a powerful lesson from his experiences. When we refuse to listen, we miss out on the richness of human diversity. Every individual has a story worth telling, and every perspective deserves to be heard. It's a simple truth, but one that requires courage and commitment. As individuals, we have the power to change the narrative by choosing to engage in open dialogue. One example of successful open dialogue comes from a community initiative in New York City. A group of neighbors from vastly different socioeconomic backgrounds came together to address issues affecting their neighborhood. They created a forum where residents could share their concerns and ideas, leading to collaborative solutions that benefited everyone. This initiative didn't happen overnight. It required patience, persistence, and a willingness to listen to others' points of view. So here's the question for you. Are you ready to take the step towards bridging divides through open dialogue? Whether it's in your workplace, community, or even online, there are always opportunities to engage in meaningful conversations. Remember, the path to unity starts with each one of us taking responsibility to listen, learn, and grow. In closing, let's reflect on what Konstantin Kisin teaches us about bridging divides. He reminds us that the act of listening is not passive. It's an active choice that can transform our relationships and communities. So, let's commit to being part of the solution. By engaging in open dialogue, we not only bridge divides but also enrich our lives with new perspectives and experiences. Here's something to think about. What's one small step you can take today to bridge divides in your community? In the end, the power of open dialogue lies not just in the words we say, but in the actions we take. So, let's make today the day we start making a difference. Thank you for joining me on this journey.